Hey guys, Jason here, Sam Cole Workshop. Today I'm going to give you 3 reasons that your lawn equipment, your lawnmowers, your weed whackers, your blowers, things like that, 3 reasons they will not start for you or may not start. We just had this happen to us. Lawnmower was working great, and first couple times of the year cutting grass, we put gas in it, started to run it, and it just bogged out. We learned what it was pretty quick, but basically, and it was a real easy fix. But all of your things, whether it's a lawnmower, or it's a blower, or a weed whacker, or a chainsaw, any of these, internal combustion engine type setups that you have here, it's going to be one of 3 things 99% of the time. And it's the same even with cars back in the old days when we used to work on them ourselves and things like that. You need 3 things for an engine to run. What are they? Do you know what they are? If you do, you probably already know this, but you need air. Okay, you have to have air. There has to be air coming in. The engine works and those pistons go based on a combination of fuel and air mixing together in a cylinder and then a spark igniting that. Okay, that causes the explosion, which drives the pistons down and moves whatever power the equipment needs to do. So we need 3 things. We need fuel, we need air, and we need spark. And we also, with it, when it comes to air, that goes on both sides. We need air coming in. We also have to have air coming out. Means that on the exhaust side. But basically, air, fuel, spark. Those are the 3 things. So that's how you always diagnose something like this. If you try to start it and it's not starting or it's running rough, okay, then it means that either your air filter, which is usually somewhere like right here, something simple like right there, which mine's pretty bad, but an air filter right there can be taken off and cleaned, or replaced. Definitely not a bad idea to do that to mine on here, but it's either your air filter that is going to be giving you an issue because it's not letting air come into the actual intake, or it is fuel and your fuel goes bad, which is what our case was. That fuel I had in that gas can was well over a year old, because I have a 5-gallon can, and that gas was old, so we went and got new gas and we are good to go. Or it will be your spark plug, which is right here on here, which will be causing, or that's your spark right there. So you can pull the plug and check it. Make sure your air filter is good, clean, and working, and make sure you got good gas in it, and you're pretty much going to roll pretty fine here. That's 99% of issues were related to one of those. The other one here on these little smaller units here, these, like on the blowers, especially on the steel blowers, I've had this is just my little one here because we now live on a very small little yard here. But when I lived in Michigan, we had 5 acres. It was maintained out there, and I had two backpack blowers, 3 handhelds, all steel, and we used them a lot. But one thing is, you will notice in here, you see that little grate right in there, that little piece of mesh? Okay, that's a spark arrestor, and if that clogs full and turns pure black with carbon, you want to take this off, pop that out, and then heat that up with a torch to clean that off. Take it off the machine to heat it, but heat it with a torch, burn that carbon off. But same concept here, same thing. You got a couple of things. You got an air filter right here. You have gas that goes in here, make sure the gas is good, and you have a spark plug right there. This is how they all work. This is the concept of every single piece of these equipment. Air filter right here, gas right here, and a spark plug right there. That's it. Those are your 3. Air, fuel, spark. Okay, same concept on a chainsaw. All these things are all the same. They all function and work the same exact way. So if you're having a problem and you can't get your yard equipment to work for you, those are usually the symptoms. Rather than saving you, $80 an hour to go bring it someplace and have them diagnose it and fix it, 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. It is something as simple as air. Check your air filter. Spark, check your spark plug. Fuel means something's wrong with your gas. Bad gas will go bad in 6 months. Okay, and we use this gas can right here. I use a bigger gas can right there, 5-gallon gas can for all of my gas things like my lawnmower. All of these mixed ones, use that little gas can right there. And but you got to change that out. I mean, like I said, like I just went and filled this up. I only filled it a little more than, it's about halfway full. That'll get me through about 2 or 3 months of use. I'll refill it again. But you cannot have, gas will go bad on you and then it will be bad. And what I do to prevent that is when I filled that gas can today, I went and filled it with 93 octane. So it's going to actually stay longer and last longer, but rather than putting 87 in there. But that is your reasoning. That is it. Now on a chainsaw, this one here is just one of the ones. No, it was on my other blower that had a big spark arrestor I could take out. But again, like I said, it's air in, air out. And it is fuel and spark. Air, fuel, and spark. Those are the things that are 99% of your problems. So even in the worst case, you had to take the carb apart to clean it because it was all gummed up. On these little bitty, you know, thumper motors, these little simple things like this, they're so easy to do yourself. Just take pictures as you do it and put things back exactly where they go, the jets back where they go, and clean it out. Or just run something like a carb cleaner through it. But point being, or a starting fluid will even help, things like that will help burn that stuff out of there. But usually, one of those three problems, always check those first. Air, fuel, spark. If you have those, it should run. So little tip for you. Thanks for watching.